Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 post-game show. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we do have somewhere lurking in the background, Tyler, a.k.a. Wagner the Cutch. What's up, my man? How you doing?
Apparently, I was getting down to that music too hard that I nudged the camera.
Apparently.
And I'm eating
It's lit.
pepperoni, so it's a whole thing.
Nice. What kind of pepperoni?
I don't know, whatever was cheapest at the grocery store.
You can't go cheap on the pepperoni.
I
promise.
know,
You just
but
can't. You can't.
I know. It's just sliced pepperoni, nothing like major.
Okay.
I do love me a good like pepperoni stick.
Yes. That's like I swear, we go off topic here.
Yeah.
I swear that's like my favorite part of like Christmas is like the pepperoni and cheese and crackers.
Oh yeah. I take that for lunch a lot of days.
Oh, for sure. And we're not talking about, like the Lunchable stuff. We're not talking about
No.
Ohio Valley pizza type things here,
No.
Right.
We're talking like a good slice of pepperoni, like real thick cut.
Yes.
A good Ritz cracker.
Yep.
Some sort
Oh,
of
we're
good
down.
cheese, maybe a little Gouda.
A cracker looks just like what's on your hat right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe a little Gouda, maybe, I don't know, a little moots.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, Pirates post-game show. Pirates do lose 4-2 tonight. Wasn't the best game. That's for sure. Last week was pretty fun. Sweeping the Dodgers, right? Taking 2 out of 3 from Arizona. Not so fun as of late, right? Yeah, the Tigers, the Braves now. I'll say this. The pitching has looked pretty decent. The offense just looks woeful. Tonight, about the same. Roansy day, right? Something to look forward to. Roansy, he goes 4.2, gives up 3 earned, 4 in total, strikes out 7, has the home run. Going against Strider, had 5.2 scoreless. Struck out
I thought
8.
it was 3 runs and 2 earned.
No, 3 earned,
sure?
4 total. Yeah.
Are you
Beating had
sure?
0. Yes,
I could have looked at it at the wrong point, but
you might have.
4 earned, 3 total. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in and out. I've been busy tonight. It's Friday night. You're
I get it.
welcome for jumping on.
We're so
Jim's busy.
So gracious to have you. Yeah, in our presence here. Jim's watching Hamilton.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I volunteered to jump on tonight because it was Roansy Day.
Yeah.
I don't care to watch tomorrow's shit show.
I get it. But let's
This is
talk
behind
about
the scenes
Roansy.
here.
Yeah, but let's talk about him. I mean, he's looked fantastic ever since his call up. Originally gets demoted, comes back up, and now he's been the starter, and he's looked even more impressive as a starter. Now today, you look at the numbers: 4.2 innings. Well, that's a sexy face. 4.2 innings doesn't really go that deep into the ball game. Has 7 strikeouts. I mean, from what I was seeing too, a lot of swing and miss stuff. But 3 earned. Wasn't the best start, but
yeah,
pretty encouraging still.
Yeah, I mean, he was very heavy strike early. And sorry, my dog was very struggling to go up the steps. And I just heard the stumbles. Anyhow, early on, it was very heavy strike. I mean, he pounded the zone early. And what are you going to... He gave up a home run to Dansby Swanson. He threw it 92 or 97 at the knees. He turned on it, hit the foul pole. What are you going to do? Like, it's baseball. That happens. Sometimes the hitter is better than the pitcher. Now, would I get on say, Bryce Wilson if he did the same thing? Yeah. Like, I would trash him. Or Kyle. His name's Kyle, right? Thompson? I can't remember. Zach? Yeah, him. That guy.
He looks
That's
like a
how
Kyle.
much I care about that guy. Would I get on them? Yeah. For giving up a home run. But they don't throw 97 at the knees. Like, it's going to happen every now and then. Dansby Swanson turned on one. What are you going to do? Like, he struck out 7 in 4.2, walked 1, threw strikes primarily. The off-speed stuff worked. It happens sometimes. Like, we don't need to get all bent out of shape. For God's sake, I would venture to guess at this point in Roansy's career, he probably has put together the best. How many starts is this for him?
4th tonight.
4. I think in my lifetime, Roansy Contreras has put together the best 4 Pirate starts in his debut that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go back and fact check right now, but he's at the top of your head. He's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, it's hard to argue what you're saying.
Truthful. Garrett Cole, he went through struggles where he caught on late in his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Tyon struggled. The only other one I can think of really is Oliver Perez.
We're going way back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's funny because we're going way back. You're jokingly saying going way back, and he's still pitching 2022.
Yeah, but there aren't many rookies that come out and have pitched as well as he has.
Right. And let's also talk about the fact that he's gone up against some really good matchups.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
God damn it. I'm trying to grab pepperoni.
But yeah, I mean, like tonight again, the numbers, you look at this, like the box score, right? The numbers don't look great, but to your credit, it really was like that one pitch that changed everything. All right. It ended up being a home run that changed the dynamic. And of course, so as good as he's pitching, and I feel like every time he's in there pitching, the offense is the opposite. He looks great. Offense looks absolutely terrible. Gets 0 run support again. So, and again, it was 4 runs in total. He gave up 3 earned. At least could have gave him 2 runs and maybe the tied game right now. But regardless, no run support. But yeah, like he was looking really good. That's a pitch. So like think about last night's. Was it last night? I think it was last night. The O'Neal Cruz home run, right? Like that's a pitch you don't hit, and he goes yard on it. And like with Dansby Swanson, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, you got to sometimes just give credit to the batter. That was good. That was good at bat. Yeah. He got a home run. It is what it is. But overall, you look at the outing. It was a really good outing. I mean, Roansy Contreras is every bit as advertised. I mean, just if not more, just grows on you further and further. Again, like thinking about the Tyon deal, he was kind of like just a guy, right? Wasn't like the headliner. It was like just one of the guys. And he's just since then, I just keeps rising and rising and rising. So
no, I can't be mad about it. He gave up 3 earned. Should have made it through 5. It is what it is. Like this, we're in a different era. We're not going out there and tossing 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. Guys don't do that much anymore.
And especially with Roansy, right? Yeah. We know we're going to be extra cautious with him. He hasn't thrown a ton of innings so far, so we're going to be limited this year. So, right, I'm not worried that he went 4.2 in tonight's game. But I mean, again, like his slider, just killing people. So we had 10 swing of it, 50% whiff rate on his slider, 10 swing and misses. And I mean, it's not like that was the only thing. Everything. I mean, he was, like you said, missing bats, but the slider was just crazy good.
He threw what? Maybe 85 tonight, 85 pitches,
83. Yep,
83. So I mean, we look in the next year. If this happens again, he'll give you another inning. He can. It's just right now they probably made the right decision.
Yeah,
at the point they did.
In a season that doesn't matter, and it doesn't, right? We're honest with ourselves. It doesn't matter. And a season that he's coming off injuries and again limited innings. I mean, you want to baby him a little bit. He's your prized possession, and again, like tonight and all the previous starts, kind of show that. Yeah, he's a top of the lineup or top of the rotation type of pitcher. Now, is he an ace? Is he a 2? Whatever it is, I don't know. All I care about is he a good quality arm, and he fits that. So what's going to matter is going forward. And I just bring this up again because I know some people have talked, even Jim a little bit, like it's disappointing. He only goes 5. It just is what it is right now this year. I'm okay with that. Let's get him to a point where next year he's giving you close to 200 innings.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's ever going to get to that 200 mark.
I said close.
I have a gut feeling he's going to be a guy that's maybe in the 170 range.
And that's fair.
I also just have durability concerns with him, but I mean, yeah. I mean, if he gives you 170, he gives you 170. If he gives you 170 at the place that he can pitch because he pitches very well when he's out there, I'll gladly take that.
For sure. I mean, if they're 170, very good quality innings, take that every day, especially in this new age of baseball.
Yeah, 170 is the new 200.
Yeah, really.
I mean, it kind of is right now. Could he build up to 200? Probably, but that's going to take some time because we're at a weird spot in baseball. I mean, the guy didn't really throw in 2020, and he had arm issues last year, and like we're in a weird spot right now.
Yep.
Almost as weird as how poorly this team can hit a baseball.
Is that really weird? It's kind of almost expected right now.
It is. They're bad. They can't hit.
Yeah. So again, like as poorly as I should say poorly, my bad. As good as Roansy pitched tonight, this offense was pretty poor. I mean, it came on later. It showed a little bit of life at the end of the game, but again, just very woeful. I mean, they weren't doing anything. Maybe a hit here and there, but they weren't collecting hits. They just offensively just challenged, and they've been for like the past week.
They just don't have the ability to hit the ball over the wall. And they don't walk enough. They strike out so much in an era that we're beyond that strikeout home run era. They don't hit the ball over the wall. They strike out too much. They don't walk enough. They're just not a bunch of good hitters. Really, that's what it comes down. They're not a good hitting baseball team. They don't have players that can hit.
Yeah. Well, 13 strikeouts tonight, and I believe it was 13 last night as well. We talked. So certainly missing a lot of baseballs.
Yeah. And when you don't have pop in your bat, it's going to happen. Like you're going to not score runs. And of course, they keep the one guy out of the lineup that has put the ball over the wall. But
I know you're disappointed. Our boy Sawinski had the day off. I mean, I'll give him this.
I'm okay with it, but
I'm okay with it for all the reasons we've talked, right? That how you going to get at bats spread around with that outfield right now. Sawinski has pretty much played every single day. So you know what? He gets a day off today. It's whatever. No, I'm not complaining about it. But obviously the lineup missed the bat.
Okay. It sounded weird when it came out of your mouth.
His bat, the bat, whatever. You know who else has a really good bat?
Who's that?
We're not going to get into it, but O'Neal Cruz has a really good bat. So I'm just saying, like if he was in this lineup, things could be different as well. And I'm only going to bring this up as we bring it up every time that, at least we know we're one day closer to when he is. There was a lot of talk today about O'Neal Cruz and what they're doing with him. We know the time's nearing at least. So as woeful this offense has been, maybe there's a glimmer of hope coming that it's not going to be great, but tonight when you might need a ball to go over the fence, he might be able to provide that.
Yeah. And we've been through this song and dance so many times.
We're not going to go too deep in it. It's coming. It's coming closer. So
Swaggerty.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Swaggerty gets another start, left field.
You look bad.
Yeah. What's your overall take on Swaggerty so far?
I'm a bit concerned with the bat speed. He can't catch it to a high fastball to save his life. At least right now. I mean, it could be an approach thing. He could just, his first. Really, we're looking at a guy that did not play baseball last year. Did not really play baseball. He didn't play baseball at all the year before. So
that's fair. It was like basically 2 years off. And this last one also too, like coming off of a pretty serious injury.
Yeah. And he's certainly behind the curve, but the swing and miss, the high stuff, it's not really impressive high stuff. It's a bit concerning. And the approach that he's really been touted for his whole way up, not really being there through. It's been what, 3 games of him being in the lineup. So yeah, overreaction season. It is what it is. But
Right.
the swing and miss that he's shown so far is that it's a hair concerning. We saw it. I mean, we saw it with Sawinski when he first came up, and he actually has played baseball last year. So it puts you on alert, but you also have to tap the brakes of hair.
And that's absolutely fair. So like one thing I want to say to his credit, in these 3 games that he's played, he's faced some tough pitching. Now, mind you, Strider's a rookie. Like, it's not like he's a vet who's really good, but he is pitching really good. You know, I mean, he's a very strong rookie of the year candidate if he continues this. I know he's got kind of a late start. A lot of his outings were in the bullpen. Now he's in the rotation. But he's looked every bit of a really good pitcher. I mean, he had Max Fried yesterday, and then it was oh God, who was it for the Tigers that he faced?
Did he face Feo?
No.
I thought he did because I thought he saw a lefty, but I can't remember. No, he didn't get up here in time for that.
Anyways, he had some tough matchups for his first time in the majors, right? So like, I'll give him credit for that in that aspect. But what I will say on the other side of it, you use the example of Sawinski, and right, like the results weren't there, and like I get that, but like I think the difference is Sawinski looked comfortable with the plate. You know, like the results weren't there, but he didn't look like he didn't belong. And I'm not saying that like Swaggerty looks like he doesn't belong here or whatnot, but to me, I don't feel as confident right now as I did in Sawinski. Like, you know what? Like the results aren't there, but he looks kind of good to a degree. I'm not feeling that way with Swaggerty. Not to say in game 4 he makes us all look silly and he's you know, doing some things and kicks up from here, but yeah, so far that's kind of like my take on Swaggerty. He looks a little lost at the plate and not that comfortable.
Scooble.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Who has like a 2-something ERA. I mean, he's having a great year this year for the Tigers. So yeah, I mean, he's faced some tough pitching.
Not to mention, like, he's facing lefties as well. A good bit. He's not going to show up and rake lefties. He's not Michael Chavis. Chavis, sorry.
It's right, Chavis.
Like, throwing him up here, going, you know, lefty on lefty is a little tough.
Yeah. Yep. And Connor says that. I mean, that's really what it was. Like Sawinski was still working counts and having quality at bats, even when he was still struggling a little bit. And that's where I absolutely agree. I mean, that was like kind of like the running joke I had like in the group chat. I was like, you know, with Sawinski up, it's a full count every time. Now, he was, like I said, getting out, but he was going full count. I mean, he looked really good, and he's still doing that. Now he's, you know, again, the results are coming, but yeah, like with Swaggerty, I'm not really seeing that out of him. I don't feel like, okay, the results aren't there, but he looks good. He kind of looks like this is why the results aren't there. He doesn't look good.
Yeah. Let's be honest. He should not have a hit right now.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But he does. Like he said, a single's a single. We'll take it.
I guess.
It counts. Good for him. But yeah. So Swaggerty again tonight goes over. His only hit on the year so far is that probably should have been an error. But let's move down. So Hayes goes 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts tonight. Not your typical Brian Hayes outing. But Bryan Reynolds continues his little stretch of hits. He goes 2 for 4 tonight. I mean, we talked about last night how it's not as if the hits were like really legit, right? But they fell for him. And does that maybe kick something up? And again, he has another multi-hits game today. So it's good to see Bryan Reynolds maybe finding some offense once again.
I mean, you hope so. His peripherals aren't bad. Like, you'd like to see him hit the ball harder, but I think the water's come to its level at this point with him. He hasn't been great this year. And I mean, we're beyond the point of it being a small sample size. We're almost a third of the year in. So I think we'll probably end up at the end of the year with a slightly above average Bryan Reynolds, maybe like a 115 weighted runs created plus, maybe. And we're going to be disappointed in that, which is going to kill that trade value.
But you know what it's going to do? It's going to help out on that extension value.
No, it's going to help out on that arbitration value, which is the most important part.
And which leads into the extension, right? I mean,
I guess,
Bryan, right? You're not as valuable as you once were. The money's not going to be as top dollar. Maybe you should sign this extension. Yeah. If that's still what they're really trying to do.
I hate this organization so much. Why do I talk about them?
Because it's Friday night and you apparently have nothing better to do.
It's Friday night at 11 o'clock, and I am talking about Travis Swaggerty, Jack Sawinski, Bryan Reynolds, and Brian Hayes. I'm not this lame, people.
Yeah. Kind of eating some lame ass pepperoni. So
yeah, well, that's just because I didn't go home after work and I went to the bar.
Right. But anyways, so again, there was some life late into the game. Trying to remember who it all was. Oh yeah,
Michael Chavis.
So Chavis, Michael Chavis, right? He comes up big, RBI. So again, it starts off
not
with Reynolds getting on. True. But it starts out with Bryan Reynolds getting on. And then Daniel Vogelbach, who we talked, he's been kind of cool lately. He gets a pretty clutch hit. Bryan Reynolds, pretty aggressive on the bases. You thought he probably should have stopped at second. He keeps going. Not the greatest throw from Acuna. Gets on third base, bucks on the corner, 1 out. Tyler, you've seen this rodeo before. Michael Chavis is up. A righty's pitching. It's probably going to be a double play, right? If not a strikeout, and then outs come, right? Chavis turns on it. He gets an RBI, a RBI double, right? The ground rule double, bounced over. So now it's 4-1. 2 guys are on. Cal Mitchell's up. Still 1 out. Cal Mitchell doesn't get all of it. Goes to right field. We have the speedster, Daniel Vogelbach, just easily gets in scores from third to home, right? Stand up. I mean, just a blazer. So that was 4-2. Things are happening, right? Not so much. Don't expect that much out of the offense. 4-2. That's where it caps off. Pirates lose. Got our hopes up as usual. But hey, again, that's the theme of this team. I mean, they're not good, but they certainly fight. They battle, right?
Yeah. I mean, the big thing is it's a really good piece of hitting by Cal Mitchell. We haven't seen great situational hitting, 1 out, guys on second and third. We've seen a lot of strikeouts there, even from the top guys. We saw it from Brian Hayes a lot. We've seen it from Reynolds.
Especially Reynolds.
A lot from Reynolds. It's a good job of not trying to do too much. You have one job, put the ball in the air there, get a run. Maybe not the spot. I mean, actually, it's probably a really good piece of hitting because he's trying to pull the baseball in the air there, possibly tie the game up. So it's actually, the more I think about it, a really good approach from him.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, he did a job. And he got a run home. And he's, at least from what I saw, it looked like he was trying to tie the game up late when at some points in the game you don't want that, but he did the correct thing, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, again, Cal Mitchell, still kind of early vibes from him, right? But I don't know. What do you think about Mitchell the more you see him?
He looks like he knows how to play the game of baseball. I don't know if I could say that about a lot of guys that are on this team. Like, it's very frustrating when there are less than 2 outs and a runner's on third, and we have to watch these guys strike out. Literally just throw the bat out there. Score a run. This is not rocket science. Just poke the ball somewhere. I know it's hard to hit a major league pitcher. You're a major league hitter. Stick the bat out like I would do against Kyle Hendricks. Just poke it.
Take him deep. Tyler was just a little poke, taking Kyle Hendricks deep.
But it really is an issue with this team where they are still in the point where we're trying to hit 3-run home runs where you can just score a run. And in that situation,
be honest, there's not many guys in this team that really can do that.
And it could just be that they're terrible and they're just trying to put the ball in play as best they can, because there are a lot of very bad baseball players on this team. But just stick the bat out there. Score a run, please. We got runners on. Like, Brian Hayes and Bryan Reynolds are going to be on a good bit. They should score a lot more often than they do.
Right.
And this is a lot towards Bryan Reynolds. He's trying to do too much. Just score the run, dude. That's just a side tangent of bad baseball we've seen.
Yeah. And it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. Yeah. But let's wrap this up on the multi-hit players tonight. So we talk about Reynolds, who's got 2 hits. Travis, of course, got 2 hits. The people that are watching this that are new, like, these guys are idiots. Call him Travis. It's kind of like a little joke we have going on right now. We know it's Chavis, but on the show going forward, at least Tyler and I, it's officially Travis.
Oh, it's Travis.
And hey, Marcano multi-hit game as well. And again, as much as we are still leery on Marcano, like how legit it is, like his entire body of work, the way we felt on him as a prospect and such, he's performing.
You want to know my Marcano?
I know your Marcano
tonight.
What's
I have a
thought
on him. The next time I'm stealing a base against Pirates and Marcano's covering it, he's getting a cleat right in the calf.
Now, granted,
it worked.
It worked. It was clutch.
I'm gonna cleat the living crap out of him.
Yeah. I mean, he blocked that entire bag with his entire leg.
It's ballsy, but guess what? Next time, I'm gonna sharpen these spikes and Ty Cobb you.
Right. Yeah. That might change rather quickly what he did. But again, it worked. And it was Acuna, and he had 11. So he was 11th for 13 on the year. So I think they made him 11.
Oh, he was safe by a mile because Michael Perez is awful.
Oh yeah, he was. But he just like physically couldn't touch the bag.
Yeah.
Marcano had a moat around it.
Oh yeah, I would 1000%. I'm sliding feet first right into that calf.
Yeah, that was
stab.
I appreciated it. But like you say, it's one of those things where he's going to regret it later, most likely.
Oh yeah, he's going to wear one for that one. And it's not a bit. It's going to be a sharp spike.
Yeah. But again, 2 for 4, no strikeouts. Still small sample. It's early, but he's performing a lot better than I ever would have anticipated.
Sure. Yeah, I would have. I would have been like 0 for everything since the last time we talked about him.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. But he didn't have that many at-bats since the last time we talked about him either.
Yeah, but the numbers have dropped.
They have.
A good bit.
My eyes are still peeled open for him. He caught fire in Altoona before he got called up. And again, I envision him having more of the Swaggerty path. Let's be honest. Right, these first 3 games that Swaggerty has had, if that was Marcano, I would have said, what did you expect? So I'm giving him that. He's another multi-hit game tonight. And of course, he can play defense. Like, that's also positive. He's looks good enough in the outfield. But the offense, really, like I said, it's been much better than I ever would have anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting-ish right now. Sure. I still think he kind of stinks.
just hitting Ish is like the best player on the team right now. So
yeah, that's fair.
All right. So we'll pretty much wrap this up, but I guess I just want to say one thing too. Tyler Beatty, he did his job tonight. That was another pickup that I just went crazy with.
Oh, you did?
Not to the level of like, what's going on and just like berating everything, but it was just like what are we doing here?
Why?
Yeah, that's another one of those just why? I don't get it. But so far he's done his job. Tonight, 1.1 innings, just 2 hits, 1 walk, but of course no strikeouts.
Yeah. There's another Tyler I watched it a lot, and it wasn't myself. Tyler Yates. We watch enough. Look at this brain throwing it back.
What?
But yeah, I don't care about a reliever having a okay appearance once every 2 weeks. He's not good.
There you go. Connor, professional innings eater, Tyler Beatty.
I think that's
what his value is on this team.
I think that's being very polite.
But that's where his value, I guess, comes on the team. He's going to eat innings. And if he gives you quality innings, then that's just a plus.
I guess it depends on what you consider quality.
Well, no runs tonight's a quality outing.
I mean, I guess, but it wasn't good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, my expectations for him is we know this team's going to need innings, and he can eat them.
I guess, but like when I think quality innings, I think of like Genmar Gomez.
Yeah, but that was not a good team. So you need the value is both. You need quality and quantity. This team needs quantity.
Yeah, I mean, like just sign guys. Hey, we're gonna blow your arm out. Let's go.
Might as well be yours, Beatty.
Let's go throw like 98, not strike anyone out, and throw 100 pitches in 2 innings. Come on, go have fun.
So so that's that. So again, not the greatest game. Wasn't that exciting.
So much for that comment about Tyler being positive. That's over.
There was some positivity.
Yeah,
there was some of it here. We had a lot of Roansy talk.
Fine.
Yeah, but so again tonight, this is one of those Pirates games, right? Not too much interesting. It was kind of boring until that half inning where they made things interesting and then stopped because the offense just is not good enough. But regardless, we'll wrap this up. The Pirates do, of course, play tomorrow again in Atlanta. Zach Thompson, or as your boy Kyle Thompson, will face our friend Charlie Morton. So let's see what happens there. There you go. But hey, when you're talking about who has the ERA numbers right now, Zach Thompson's going to the start with a 4.6 ERA. Charlie Morton's a 5.6. So
bring back that sinker ball, Chasmo.
What's your prediction? If I were to tell you tonight, what's your prediction? Who has the better outing?
It's going to be Charlie Morton. 100% Charlie Morton.
100?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll wrap it with that. So with that said, let's get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.